Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. I always was finna take the 500K. I always was. I never. It was never a. It
I'll
was
be
never
honest.
big for me. Yeah.
I don't even know. Like, no disrespect to Jay-Z, but like, what could he tell me that would be worth more than $500,000? And I feel like he's the type of nigga he'd be like, "Why don't you take the money, stupid?" That's how you want some advice. Take the money. Like, I don't get it.
You that nigga finna give me $1 million worth of game
I like no.
just for him to be like invest, nigga. If I had 500K, I probably would, nigga. The fuck. I can cook dinner at my house, nigga. I'll hold you, man. But welcome back to another episode of the Play for Keys podcast, the only podcast where we do something different every single day. I'm your host, Greg.
Damn, we said our names. I'm
I know,
Jackson.
right?
We haven't done that. We always be forgetting.
Action
Remember.
Jacks.
All right.
All right, damn, my fault. Oh man, we have a lot to get into. We do have a lot to get into. But before we do all that, we gotta start. We gotta start with the things we just simply do not care about.
We do not care.
Papoose, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about Papoose and Remy Ma. Get this shit off my timeline. Get it off. Get it off my feed.
I think people just got bored and just got way too caught. I didn't think people cared about them. Like,
How did we get
I'm not
bored?
trying to hate, but I don't think people. I didn't know they was relevant. So I guess
Why did we get bored today though?
it's a lot of stuff going on.
There's just too much shit going on for us to be bored.
Or you could just went outside. Like, I don't know, but it is what it is. We do not care about that.
Also,
We do not care.
We don't care about Joe Burrow getting robbed. Like we already told y'all, somebody's looking for y'all. So y'all gotta tighten up.
and he's in the Midwest. It's only in the Midwest, bro.
But you seen that clip of them asking about they asked Tua about it, and he was like, "Hey man, I got guards and they're armed."
Look, I did see that, which is why I'm and he in Florida. So
yeah. Low key Florida, you might really got to worry about that.
You know what I'm saying? Like ain't shit peaceful going down over there. But the real robbers is getting robbed. It's in the Midwest. If Pat Mahomes is getting robbed, Joe Burrow, you thought you was safe? Oh, no, you're right up their alley, nigga.
We do not care.
All of this discourse on TikTok reminds me that I can't wait for TikTok to be dead. I can't wait for y'all to get this app shut down. It shuts down officially January 19th. I don't care about y'all opinions enough. Y'all are going crazy on TikTok for no reason. I don't care about any of the little debates y'all got going on, the gender wars, all that stuff, cooking with Kaya. I don't give a fuck about none of that bullshit.
I'm gonna miss the edits, the unexpected edits. I'm gonna miss those.
I will. Those edits.
I can't stop watching those videos, bro. I can't stop watching them.
These edits are amazing, and surprisingly, we haven't gotten away with them. There is one more that I will have to show on this pod, and I think if I'm not
one more thing we don't care about though, we don't care about Luigi because we know he didn't do it. We know he didn't do it.
Oh, Luigi,
that's all I'm gonna say about that.
I saw somebody.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
I saw somebody on TikTok talking about some. If your name is Mario and you happen to be a defense attorney, you have the opportunity to do something amazing right now.
Bro, one of the reporters, they were like, when the paparazzi was taking pictures, they were like, "Luigi, it's me, Mario," and everybody was just like, stopped and looked. They was like, "Really?"
Here we go. I know that nigga was going crazy.
But yeah, that man did not do that. That was a completely different man. He didn't do it.
Yeah, I don't.
But that's all we can say without getting canceled, like permanently canceled.
They'll find a way to get us up out of here. They'll pack us up.
Literally. So, moving on.
Yeah. And like I said, this is something we do something different every single day. So with that being said, mini hot take alert. Just me, ISO on me. It's cool. It ain't got nothing. We're gonna have a real hot take at the end, but I have to get this off. Y'all gotta stop talking about Chris Paul being like the second leading assist guy or whatever the fuck. Did he pass? He became number 2. Like, didn't he just pass somebody?
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Fucking lying. Y'all need to stop doing that bullshit. It's a lie. He's number 1. Nigga's number 1. John Stockton is a fucking fraud, nigga. John Stockton is a fucking fraud. He is the most overrated Hall of Fame I've ever met in my fucking life. You cannot. Well,
probably more overrated.
Because I wasn't watching 60s hoops. I wasn't watching black and white hoops. It probably was somebody worse. But when I tell you, I did my own research and was like, oh, they was padding this nigga's stats like this. And then I'm looking at him like, pass it to Karl Malone, and Karl Malone backs it down like 8 times before he lays it up. And they just giving him assists. I'm like, he really didn't assist it. But when I had to see somebody else share the same sentiments, Jax, this was considered an assist. This is
Stock comes back up top to Jeff to the angle left. 15-footer slammed in.
That assist was awarded to John Stockton. This is real.
Wait, what?
That was John Stockton. They recorded this as John Stockton's 18th assist out of his 20.
It was John Stockton. He passed the ball to somebody. I couldn't tell who.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
The dude shot the ball, and then who was it? Karl Malone grabbed the ball out the air and dunked it.
Yes.
And they call that an assist.
Stock comes back up top to Jeff to the angle left. 15-footer slammed in.
That was a John Stockton assist. That was John Stockton's 18th assist out of the 28.
If anything, it should have went to the dude who shot the. What is going on here?
And this is still like, this is a hardwood classic. This is still on YouTube. This is right in our faces. So I can't imagine what they wasn't doing. I can imagine what kind of tomfoolery they was doing when it wasn't as televised on a national televised game.
See, the thing is, they said, I'm a pivot. Everybody's always like, oh, Will, he didn't score the 100 points because, we didn't see it. I think he scored 200 points. They doing stuff like that. Like, they're just giving people points. He probably scored 200. He might have scored 300.
No. That wouldn't make sense by this logic.
Why not? Because they're just letting anybody do anything.
They wouldn't rob him of it. They wouldn't rob him of points. I mean, they would. I guess you're saying they would just make up numbers.
Yeah, he was just doing whatever.
Like they would make up 100.
I think he probably had 200, but they just lost count.
Man, I'm just saying, like, Chris Paul is the all-time leading assist scorer.
Yeah, if anything, nobody cares about John Stockton in the first place. He's also like on the other side with some crazy people. So that's another reason we don't care about. We do not care about John Stockton.
That shit up.
We do not care.
I don't give a fuck about John Stockton, and I'm a little beefed, and I'm a little disappointed at Kendrick Lamar. He ain't deserve to be name dropped in that fucking They Not Like Us track.
Fair enough.
Eat your ass and pass the Bible like John Stockton. I get it, but we don't need a John Stockton bar in Big 2024. Fuck that nigga. Yeah. But had to get that off because they call me Chris Paul haters, and I had to defend his name at least once.
Thank you, finally.
Hey, before the year ends, you can't say.
But before you get into everything, though, I have a blind reaction for you, Greg. All right, Greg. So this is what I'm about to show you. It's a video of Mark Gastineau confronting Brett Favre because Brett Favre let Michael Strahan sack him and break the previous all-time sack record. But first, let me show the sack that he's so upset about first.
Stood until the final
So
minutes of the
this is the
2001
record-breaking
season.
play. Brett Favre saw Michael Strahan and just laid down.
And you know what?
And that let Michael Strahan get the record. And Mark Gastineau, some old Jets player from like the 70s, 80s, I don't know. He finally, after all these years, confronted Brett Favre, and this is what he had to say.
You tell me
met a long time ago. At least I
Yeah.
saw you.
right
How you doing?
when you fell down for him. I'm gonna get my sack back. I'm gonna get my sack back, dude.
You probably would hurt me.
Well, I don't care. You hurt me. You hurt me. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
You really hurt me. You hurt me, Brett.
We got to get back to this, Brett. I'm sorry.
Anybody will tell you Brett Favre.
And that kid's, I had to show you that because that's one of the dangers of CTE. Because this man clearly doesn't know what he's talking. He doesn't know who he is or where he is.
I'm trying to figure out how he was gonna get his sack back. Was he finna get in a 3-point stance and drill that nigga?
His egg is very scrambled.
First and foremost, I kept passing it up because I thought they was in a grocery store. I kept scrolling it up too fast. I'm like, oh, this is not a grocery store. This is
They do look like they're in a grocery store, actually.
this is just actually.
I don't know where they're at, actually.
Yeah, I don't know where they're at. And then I was like, oh, I started laughing because Brett Favre went to go shake the nigga hand, and that nigga hand did not move back up. Like, oh, it's real beef here.
It's the dangers of CTE. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, it's weird. that was a weird exchange. I don't know whose side I'm on because both of these people are not good people.
I'm not gonna be on Brett Favre's side because Brett Favre need to be in federal prison.
I hear you, brother. No, you don't.
Yeah, Brett Favre need to be in federal prison. So I'm never gonna take his side. But like I said, that's just one of the dangers of CTE, and that's why all you kids should really be playing baseball, especially when you see these numbers that Juan Soto just got.
Jesus.
We don't really talk much about baseball because we don't know that much about baseball. We don't be watching it, but this upcoming season, I'm committed to becoming a fan of a baseball team. I don't know which one just yet.
Good, bro. Baseball is low key fun, bro. I'll be watching it like as a casual watcher.
I'm gonna try to do it, and I'm gonna try to go to a game too and all that. But Juan Soto, he's only 26 years old. He just signed. I look at his net worth. It says it's only $10 million. I'm like, that's funny. But Juan Soto, he was the prize free agent this offseason of the MLB, and he took visits from. He previously played on the Yankees, and he took visits from the Yankees, from like the Toronto Blue Jays, I think maybe also the Dodgers, among other teams. But he ended up signing with the Mets for the largest contract in sports history. He signed 15 years is crazy, but he signed a 15-year contract worth $765 million. And that sort of breaks down to an average of $51 million per year and $314,000 per game. I should have played baseball.
My goodness. When it comes to, first of all, shout out to Juan Soto. My goodness.
Wait, let me put it in context because we talked about Shohei last time, and Shohei his contract was only 10 years for $700,000, so he getting $65 million more, or 700 million. My fault.
Yeah, 700. and his is deferred by 10 years. They deferred his 10 years ahead. So he getting his money up front. First of all, shout out to Juan Soto.
Yeah. Only 26 with that kind of money is crazy.
26.
I don't know what I would do with that. I don't know what I would do with that money.
Look, bro, this is beyond generational wealth, my nigga. I don't like this. Like at some point there has to be beyond generational wealth, and this is where we get to it.
Yeah.
If I'm the Yankees, I'm pissed. I see the Yankees being very upset about this. The Yankees actually offered him $760 million. And then the Mets were like, well, we give you 765. And then he just said, okay, bet, cool. I'll hit the extra five.
Yeah,
If
he ain't got to move. They still in the same city and everything. He don't got to move, no nothing.
if 760 million, if 760 million can't secure me something, what can, my nigga? Like,
they're like,
that's crazy.
I feel like once you reach like maybe like honestly maybe like 100 million, there's not like what more do you need? You can pretty much afford anything you want.
Keep in mind, the
That's
Yankees,
more than 100 million. You're just being greedy.
keep in mind, the Yankees were in the World Series this year or this past season. So you were in the World Series.
They lost, but they were in that.
They lost. They lost to the Dodgers, but hey, you know that's what happens when you face Shohei. You know what I mean?
Shit,
but you know, their vision is okay. We just try to keep everybody together, keep it together. All right, here's 760. Not enough. Apparently, he had some beef with the security guards over there in New York as well.
Yeah, they wouldn't let his family go into somewhere sometime.
Yeah, they kicked one of his family members out the stadium for something. Yeah, they removed him out. He was very upset about that. That was early. That was like back in April though. So it was
at that moment he was like, I got something for y'all. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Series. It's one thing you leave a World Series player to go get the bag somewhere else, but for you to be in the same damn near city, you're just going to the other side of the borough. And now the Mets have like a nice little lineup too, because Francisco Lindor is nice. I forgot there was somebody else there that was pitching real well. There's some nice pieces there, and you get $765 million. If I'm the Yankees, I'm pissed. And the Yankees are already a dramatic bunch already.
For sure.
I don't give a fuck about their feelings. I don't care about them. I used to feel the same way about the Dodgers, but I don't know. That Shohei signing kind of moved me. I'm not as pressed as I used to be. But yeah, if there's a time to go into baseball, look, baseball I feel like there's either a star or a rising star on every single baseball team that's relevant. You know what I mean? Now,
I can't offer any pushback to that because I have no idea.
Now, if you're talking about the Arizona Diamondbacks, look, I don't know shit about them niggas like that for real. But when you talk about your Dodgers, there's plenty of people on the Dodgers, Seattle Mariners. Was it Mariners? Yeah. Seattle Mariners, Miami Marlins. Of course, you have the Astros, the Yankees, Red Sox. Look, even the Braves. Even the Braves got some nice people. The Orioles is a team. The Baltimore Orioles, Jax, I think you would like the Baltimore Orioles. I ain't gonna lie. Now they need to, you know, get over that playoff hump. But from an atmosphere standpoint, I would consider them the OKC of baseball especially when it comes to a fan stuff, because they all wearing the orange shit. They all be wearing it. They be fanned out. They be going crazy in the stands. And they got a lot of young talent. They just got to put it together. Since you talked about going into baseball, that's a team to look into. Shit, even the Padres, they fire too. But like I said, all in all, I know it's not an NSO topic, for real, we just, anything dealing with money is NSO related.
Yeah,
but I'm trying to in your mind, Jax. How many years will it take before we start seeing the first $1 billion contract? How many years do you think it's going to take? Keep in mind, we're at $765 million.
That's the tough one, because I feel like owners aren't going to want, like, they already don't want to pay these players this money in the first place. But I feel like there's going to be like a real deal, like, no, we cannot let these players get $1 billion. Even if they're already damn, like LeBron, he's already a billionaire. Like KD, I'm pretty sure. I think KD is already a billionaire too. I think Steph might be on the way. Like the players are billionaires already, but I think there's like going to be like a strong, like, no, we cannot give these people $1 billion contract. Like that will destroy the fabric of our sport. So I think I don't necessarily, because I've always thought like these contracts are low key. I'm glad they're getting their money, but they're getting a little bit too big. Like, I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I think something that will like sort of like, I don't know, shift all this, make things come back down just a little bit. I don't know. I have no idea what it will happen, but this is something I've been feeling.
At first, when you said that, I was just like, man, you sound just like them NFL owners. I was like, we can't allow them to have fully guaranteed contracts. And it's never going to happen. And then Deshaun Watson happened. But I understand.
But you see, Deshaun Watson happened, and now they're doing everything in their power to make sure nobody else gets a fully guaranteed anything.
When it comes to that $1 billion contract, you may be on to something. You know who's not going to help that situation?
Ooh.
I'm going to leave it at that. We're going to go ahead and close it out. We're going to close it out. Man, for the audio listeners, that was Saudi Arabia. Let you know that right now. They not going to help. They just going to up the ante.
Yeah, you know.
They just going to up the ante. But in my honest opinion, I say it's already 2024 going into 2025. By 2030, somebody's going to at least try to offer. Somebody is going to at least negotiate for a bill.
And somebody, you mean like somebody in like the American sport? Because I think like
in American sport.
I know golf is an American sport. But I think didn't a golfer already get $1 billion, or I could be wrong.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm not unless it was like some live golf shit that I just kind of
I think it's something like that.
I don't know, but on American soil, and we're talking about like our big three, like NFL, NBA, MLB.
Yeah,
I say by 2030, I'll say somebody like
it's gonna have to be a baseball player. Shohei not going 2030. Shohei is still.
Shohei's already deferring his by 10 years, so like it'll take somebody else, but it had to be a superstar, and he'll at least try to be like, hey, I'm trying to get this bill, and they may negotiate down to 850, which is actually kind of crazy. Oh, we'll negotiate down to 850, but I can see somebody saying, oh yeah, we trying to get to that bill though.
But one more thing before we move off of this, because we got other stuff to talk about. Like Juan Soto, he gets to 765. Shohei, he gets to 700. The next closest baseball contract is Mike Trout, and he's only getting, I say only, like it's not a lot, but he's getting $426 million. So like that's a big ass jump. And like Aaron Judge, he signed he signed last year. He getting 360. Granted, he's older, but it's just like still, these are huge jumps.
Huge jumps. And Shohei, I'm not gonna lie, Shohei's made sense because that nigga is like creative player.
Yeah.
Can pitch and swing like this. That's different. Juan Soto, I'm not saying he's not nice. Nigga's very nice.
But he's not.
It's not Shohei.
He's not Shohei. He's not Mike Trout.
He might be better than Mike Trout. I ain't gonna hold. But that's just because Mike Trout is just a little bit older.
But you know, we talking about crazy contracts. Let's go ahead and shift it over to the NCAA because these players getting contracts now, basically. And you got to even touch the court. But the number one overall recruit in the upcoming recruiting class, his name is AJ. His last name starts with a D. I cannot say. I do not know how to pronounce it correctly, so I'm not even going to attempt it. But he has signed with not Duke, not UNC, not Kansas, not one of them big schools, not UConn. He signed with BYU.
Big 12.
An official accepted his offer from BYU. And it's rumored that he's getting about $7 million to come play for them. Because he's the number one recruit. He's only going to be there for 1 year. $7 million for 1 year. I mean, why not? But this is crazy. And then some more things I learned about his whole situation is that, let me pull it up real fast. I'll just read it. I'm gonna share the screen, but AJ, he's from Massachusetts, so he's going all the way to BYU, which is in Utah. And to prepare for that, he's spending his final year of high school at Utah Prep, and the whole school, or whoever the person who's paying for his $7 million, they moved him and his whole family over there, and their whole family is getting bankrolled by BYU, basically. Like, this is, I guess we knew stuff like this was gonna come true, stuff like this was gonna happen, but this is sort of crazy, bro. Not even sort of, this is crazy.
It's not really that crazy. What do you feel like is crazy about it? You talking about the amount of money, or that he chose?
Like, it's the fact that it's so out there now. Like, you can't hide it. Like, yes, we know players been getting paid and blah blah blah, but now this is common practice, just normal. Like, a school like BYU is getting the number 1 overall recruit. Like, that ain't never happened before. So it's just the fact that it's just this out there now is wild. But I don't even know why he would go to be. Well, I mean, I know why because he goes to the money, but like, BYU is not really not the place for people like us. So I don't know.
Well, like I said, his reasoning is that the coach has coached Kevin Durant.
That's his reasoning. Okay,
that's his quote unquote reasoning. Because let's like if we're being honest with each other, like $7 million is $7 million, but you can't tell me no other school was willing to give that nigga $7 million. I'm pretty sure Duke could have gave that nigga $7 million. I'm pretty sure Kentucky, or not New Age Kentucky, Arkansas definitely could have gave him $7 million.
I don't know, because there was a report, or there was a story about this, and they talked about UNC was also very high up in his recruiting, and they, of course, I'm pretty sure they offered him money, but there wasn't the $7 million. And one of the things they said, they were like, oh, look what going to Duke did to Zion. They let him get a whole bunch of contracts in the NBA. Like that was their whole pitch to him. So like, a lot of these schools probably just really just banking on their name.
Why did they use Zion? That's probably why the nigga stopped. He stopped them right there. He heard Zion and said that's enough. Didn't say nothing out of everybody from Duke. You could have said Kyrie. You could have said some other niggas. You went
like Zion. He got the $50 million shoe contract before he even played the game, and I'm like, all right, brother, no. Right.
But people asking why, like, how was BYU able to, have $7 million to do X, Y, and Z? Just got to go into the weeds of things. Adam Silver, you are going to have a problem on your hands very soon. I would like for y'all to do a little bit of research about who owns the Utah Jazz and where he went to school. There's no coincidence that owner that so happened to be a graduate of BYU happens to have $7 million to have him. It's not a coincidence that Utah is also not playing very well. I have my windy brain on right now. I got my Brian Windhorst thing on, my thinking cap. He will probably be in Utah longer than people want to believe. And Adam Silver, when he gets to them draft lottery ping pong balls, when it's time for the draft in 2026, damn, how did Utah get that number 1 pick? All right. A lot of things are connecting right now. I'm not wrong. I'm just early. That's the basis of everything else. I'm not wrong. I'm just early.
It's gonna be funny when he goes to like when the Hawks don't make the playoff for some reason, they get the number 1 pick
again.
That'd be funny.
Getting the number 1 pick again is kind of crazy.
It's not gonna happen, but it would be funny.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he's gonna be a Utah Jazz. If they don't land on Cooper Flag, this brother will probably be he's probably gonna be a Utah Jazz.
Hey, we'll see. We got a couple years before that happens, though, so we will see. But one thing that is currently happening right now in the NBA is the NBA Cup. The semifinals or quarterfinals?
This was the quarterfinal. The quarterfinals has just ended.
Okay.
The semifinal. We're approaching the semifinal.
Okay, yeah. So the quarterfinals just ended. The Thunder beat the Mavericks. The Hawks beat the Knicks. Who was the other team? The Bucks beat the Magic.
Yes.
And then I know somebody's excited about the Rockets finally, after 5 years, finally getting the victory over the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know which way. I didn't know which order which game we were going to start first. Well, I'm trying to.
Oh, I just want to talk about all of it as a whole because I don't really care which game to start with.
Okay, let's go ahead and let's get the easy one out the way. Let's go ahead and get Bucks Magic out the way. I'm gonna be honest with you, I really didn't watch that game for real.
I saw a little bit of it. The match, they played good. They were in it basically the entire time, but I mean, sometimes they're missing their two best players. That's all there is.
Literally, their plot would have been a lot better had Paulo and Franz been there.
They probably would have won because Paulo is great and Franz is great. It might have won if even one of them was in that hub.
Absolutely,
didn't happen, unfortunately. But the match is going to be good. They're going to be good.
Absolutely.
I think Paulo is supposed to come back relatively soon. I know he's been doing like on the court work. I think they reevaluate him this week's almost over, so it might be next week they reevaluate him. So hopefully he get back on the court soon. But Franz, they just so happen to both get oblique injuries, which is crazy. But Franz, he sort of just got his, so he's probably gonna be out for a minute. So that sucks. But hey, you get Paulo back, you guys will be good. You guys are already good, so I'm not really worried about that.
Yeah, I think good momentum for the Milwaukee Bucks who had like a really bad slow start. And unlike the 76ers, they decided to turn that shit around. And Dame has been playing very well. Giannis has always been playing well. He's always having these MVP like numbers. And the group has just been playing well. I think this is another team that is using this NBA Cup to kind of just gain momentum and just continue to kind of like fight and kind of turn things around. And then by January, they should really be, back to normal of like, okay, well, they should be in this.
They should be.
They should be through this 1 through 5 seeding. We'll never know, but that's the hope. So they're taking this seriously. They're not.
I mean, they're 6th seed right now, but are also in the East, which sucks. They're 13-11, but I mean, hey, can't really get too mad.
Absolutely, they're above 500 now, so
yeah,
that's all you can really ask for right now out of this team. And on the West side, we'll have OKC defeats the Mavericks. That happened on Tuesday. Honestly,
that game wasn't particularly close.
Wasn't really close, and y'all
score. It was OKC won 118-104, but I think the box score doesn't really reflect how the game went. Even though it still is sort of like not necessarily a blowout, but I don't think the game was even that close for real.
Yeah, Luka looked pathetic that game. Looked really bad.
Yeah, he did not have a good game.
Did not have a good game, and I will say there's been a guy on TikTok that's been really talking about how they really need to flow this offense through Kyrie. And it's not going to happen. But the offense, I will say to him, whenever Luka is out, the offense definitely does look a lot better when Luka's not on that court, because Luka literally is the definition of just being out there. He don't cut, he don't set no screen, he don't do nothing. If he ain't got the ball, that nigga you're playing 4-on-5 basketball, and it's really
it's like how Julius Randle is. Except if Julius Randle made every single shot he attempted, that'd be Luka.
Very true.
When Julius Randle's not getting the ball, he's not really doing nothing. If Luka don't got the ball, he's not really doing nothing. But it's a good thing Luka always has the ball, so he's doing stuff until the games like this one where he shoots 5 for the team. So
it looks horrible, and these shots that he be throwing up, he used to be having some dumbass shots, and there's a cone on defense. So
Luka, he always throw up some bullshit. He just used to be making the bullshit. Now he's not really doing that right now.
And now
but he will more than likely shake back because he's Luka Doncic. So
yeah, he'll shake back for sure. He just needs to do it actually. Yeah, and the Knicks
slide to the Hawks, and we can slide to the Hawks and Knicks.
The Knicks and the Hawks, bro.
I didn't watch all that game. I watched a good portion of that game.
Yeah,
because I think I was telling you, I was like I seen Cat, he acting different, bro. I seen him call somebody a hoe he called somebody on the sidelines a hoe. I was like, all right, bro, I need to tap in with the Knicks. And when I tuned in, the Knicks were just in a shooting slump and they were missing everything. So I was like, oh damn, maybe I shouldn't have watched this game. But Trae Young, he has the Knicks number, bro. I don't know what it is. He just has the Knicks. He can do whatever he wants to them.
It don't matter how trash. It don't matter how trash the Hawks are. It doesn't matter how mid the Hawks are. Trae Young, he owns the Knicks, bro. That nigga owns New York, bro. That nigga was rolling dice.
He didn't even shoot particularly that well, but because he only was 8 for 22, but he still owns the Knicks, bro. Like I don't know. What do you think it is? You think it's just he just loves playing in Madison Square Garden? You think it's the fans who feed him? Like, what is it? Or you just think they just haven't figured him out yet? Like the Knicks just haven't figured out Trae Young his entire career.
Oh, no. They know how to play against Trae Young. But you can know how to defensively scheme against prime Kevin Durant too. He's still gonna get his shot off.
Yeah.
It just comes down to he just loves playing in Madison Square. He just it's not even about Madison Square Garden. It's just about the Knicks. Ever since he was this one even goes back to high school, not the Knicks, but just in general.
Mm-hmm.
He just thrives off negativity.
Oh, for sure.
He thrives off negativity. Anytime there was the overrated, some high school kids when you still in high school, nigga dropped 50 on their squad and just started taking a bow over everybody and telling everybody to go home. I think the last time they played the Knicks, it was crazy.
Wasn't there a summer league game? Not summer league, but it was a game. He was a pickup game in the offseason or something like that, or one of them pro-am leagues or something like that. And the fans were talking crazy to him in Oklahoma, and he just went off. I think that happened. Trae Young's just different, bro. He really does thrive off negativity. He's that mean. He's red and everything.
Even this. Now, granted, this was in Atlanta.
I hope these New York fans find their way to the exit real quick. Boo! Take y'all ass home.
That's been his MO, bro. That's literally how it is. And literally in New York, if they win a playoff game against somebody else, they all in the chant, fuck Trae Young. Nigga,
not even there. Not even there.
Fuck Trae Young. Fuck Trae Young. So this is why I be so pissed, because this is such a great storyline to continue to push, and y'all not pushing it enough for me. You're not pushing it enough for me. They should be, every time the Knicks and the Hawks play, there should be on TNT or something. This should be a thing. Y'all should force that issue. There's stars on both sides. It don't matter how bad the Hawks are. You know how Trae Young gets with the Knicks.
And on top of that, the Hawks have 2 budding stars in Jalen Johnson and the other light-skinned dude.
Oh, Ricochet?
Ricochet. This is a team full of light skins.
Yeah, and Dyson Daniels is defensive as dang, you know what I mean? On top of Trae Young. That is oh my God, that's such a light-skinned lineup. My fucking goodness.
I think I was thinking of the wrong. Wait, is Jalen Johnson the light-skinned one, or is it Dyson
Daniels? Yeah, Jalen Johnson's light-skinned.
Okay, because I was there's another player. I'm thinking of DeAndre Hunter.
Oh yeah, DeAndre Hunter's having a good.
I said Jalen Johnson, but I was in my head. I knew Jalen Johnson was playing good, but in my head, it just showed a picture of DeAndre Hunter. I was like, wait, is that the light skin one? But yeah, okay.
No, yeah.
No, but still, they got a good, or they have an emerging squad. They still, I don't know what piece it is they're missing. Is it like the Capella thing that's really throwing them off?
It is the Capella thing because they drafted a Kongwu to, be that guy.
If Okongwu was that guy, though, he would have been replaced Capella, but he's not, so he hasn't done it yet.
Yeah, and I feel like in the midst of that, they kind of stunted his growth because they always had him on the bench behind. Man.
And Okongwu only like 6'9", 6'8", being the center. I don't like that.
Low key, yeah. In this day and age, he does need to be a little bit taller. So they just need to go and they just haven't found that right piece that makes sense. Yeah. And they tried to do it with DeJounte Murray, and that didn't really work out and pan out. But they need to find somebody, and maybe DeAndre Hunter emerges into something. I know this is his 6th season, so I kind of wrote him off a little bit. But who knows? Maybe Jalen Johnson goes crazy. Maybe there's something there. Who knows? But they're a piece or two away from competing in the East.
Yeah, really making noise. But let's go ahead and get to the final matchup from the NBA Cup. Because it just so happened to turn out, the Houston Rockets, after 5 years or whatever, beat the Warriors by a score of 91-90. That game was, I didn't think they was going to do it. I'm not going to lie. I was watching that. I was like, I don't know if they can pull it off, bro. I don't know if they can pull it off.
Look, man, I think that when the score was like 89-82, I was already standing up. I started to just, sit down a little bit and say, just drink some water. Hey, whatever happens, happens. Like, look, niggas, this is, it's just a game for real, nigga. That's making this shit like the playoffs. You know what I mean? You start making your mind up like, I'm not over it, but let me not get my hopes up. Nigga, when that buzzer went off and it was 91-9. What, honestly, when Jalen Green, did you watch that fourth quarter?
I started watching the fourth because I was watching, then I stopped because I went to go get food. But I started watching it from like.
Did you watch the end of the game though? Basically, like the last 3 minutes of the game. Basically,
yeah.
When Jalen Green, when they called that foul on Jalen Green, I was like,
You didn't think he was gonna make him?
Oh, I knew he was finna catch them bitches. He's a good free throw shooter. I had no doubt about that. When he got fouled, I was like, I don't know if I would have caught that foul. But we fucking move. Because you could have made an argument that Buddy Hield, who dove, I don't know if it was Buddy Hield, a Warriors player like dived and passed it to somebody.
Yeah, I think that was Buddy.
Yeah, whoever dived first. You could have made the argument that he got fouled during.
It was fouls on both of them, so they could have chosen on either one. So the fact that
on Jalen Green was like, I was assuming a jump ball, and once they called the foul, I was like, oh, they called the foul. Oh, that's free throws, nigga. We're in a fucking bonus. I was still nervous, but I was like, oh shit, we have a chance to win. Niggas out here talking about the refs. My whole mind, I was thinking about that Kevin Durant thing where like that nigga was clearly out of bounds like some years ago. I was just like, I don't want to hear nothing y'all got to say right now.
He put like 3 steps out of bounds. I was like,
we still ended up winning that game surprisingly, but like when that happened, I was like, shit, Steph Curry might do something crazy, nigga. Fuck, let's just play some good defense. Lo and behold, we played good enough defense. I don't know if it was a foul or not. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Whole lot of fouls going on. But, at the end of the day, I'm trying to be humble about it, but
I'm better than you. My shape up better. My car faster. My drip better. My clothes fit better. My hoes better. My tattoos better. I'm stronger than you. My bitch thicker than yours. My gun's bigger than yours. Nigga, my gun's bigger than yours. I talk better than you. I hustle better. I can get $1 quicker than you. I talk better. I walk better. My shoes fit me better. I get paid more than you. My crew with me better. You rewind. Your niggas don't like you. You make less than me. Your shoes too small. You talk better. You don't get money like me. Your gun's smaller than mine. Your gun's smaller than mine.
Fuck is y'all niggas talking about? Yeah, I'm hyped. We here, bitch ass nigga. Oh yeah, this your playoffs. Yes, it is. Fuck, nigga. I needed this win, nigga. I needed this shit in my motherfucking veins, nigga. I've been holding on to this. This shit means something to me, nigga. I might put something on the grill tonight. Fuck is y'all niggas talking about? Fuck is y'all niggas talking? I don't care if we lose the next game. I needed this win. I needed this one. I needed this one. I couldn't go out here 16 straight L's, nigga. Have you fucking lost your mind? Niggas out here laughing and shit, bro. Last time we won in game against the Warriors too. Was it February 2020? Ain't that like 2 weeks after Kobe passed away? George Floyd was still alive, nigga.
All right, bro.
Rest in peace to all of them. We ain't even shut down during the pandemic yet. We still thought this shit was a game. Donald Trump that just got inaugurated. Nah. Joe Biden did. My fault. Joe Biden just got inaugurated. A lot of shit didn't happen, bro. I needed this. This shit means something to me, man.
I'm glad you were able to get that off of your chest.
And with that being said, I look forward to play the OKC Thunder again. God damn. Why we gotta keep this is my thing, bro? Why are we always playing the Warriors and the Thunder? Like what? I better not see none of them niggas come February and March. I hope all of these games get out the way. I feel like we playing the Warriors because this is the NBA Cup. This is how it fell. We playing the Warriors 5 times this season. Like, damn, nigga.
They play the Thunder again in April.
I'm not trying to hear none of that shit, bro. I mean, I get it, but damn. Fuck. But hey, I know it's gonna be. I just wanted it to be a good game. Don't fucking piss the bed like the first time y'all played OKC, because that really did piss me off. Y'all made it back up during that Nigerian Heritage Night when y'all played OKC at home. Let it be a game like that. Don't piss me off. But you know, that's enough. That's enough for me and the Houston Rockets. I just had to get that shit off my chest. I won't talk about the Houston Rockets for the rest of the.
I'm gonna hold you to it. But moving on from all that NBA Cup stuff, we got some drama in the NBA because apparently big NBA insider Shams Charania is a liar. He recently came out with reports that Jimmy Butler is seeking a trade. And he said the Phoenix Suns are another team that Jimmy Butler's agent, Bernie Lee, has indicated in league circles that the 6-time All-Star is open to as a destination, while Miami listens to trade offers, sources tell ESPN, joining Dallas, Houston, and Golden State. So Sham's saying that Jimmy wants to go to Dallas, Houston, Golden State, or the Suns, and he's citing Bernie Lee, who is Jimmy's agent. He cited that man by name, and Bernie ain't like that at all. In fact, he went on a little tweet rampage. had to do it like this so you can see all 3 of the tweets. Hold on.
Type shit.
But he said, you can see, right?
I mean, I can see the words.
Oh, you can't see what they say?
I mean, I can see. I mean, if I squint my eyes, I guess. Oh, I mean, I just full screened my shit, so now I can see it better.
But anyway, this is what he had to say. All right, listen. I gave you a pass yesterday because I was busy. But if you don't stop putting my name on your complete and utter made-up bullshit because you know you normally aren't worth my time to acknowledge, I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm a middle-aged dad, but just know it would indicate severe dislike. World, all of this is fabricated. I have never, and honestly, it wouldn't help me or the position I represent, or the position I represent to do anything that's been reported by said journalist. Shams, this is your opportunity to say, my bad. I let ChatGPT write my tweets and it went old school Peter Vesey. Shams, Peter was a writer in the 90s. Be a trendsetter. Invent the new I was hacked. Carry on all. Thank you. And I just have to say,
ooh,
I genuinely appreciate his, I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm an old man, but it would indicate severe. That's self-awareness. He's not going to threaten physical harm. He's like, I know I'm old. I know I'm not going to do nothing for real. So I appreciate that. But anyways, to this, Shams replied, I 1000% stand by my reporting. It's fully vetted, and as a professional, this is what I do: report truthfully and accurately. That's what it is. Period.
I don't care what nobody say. This shit funny to me. Yeah, all that little paragraph shit. Yeah, I stand by what the fuck I said, nigga. And I'll say it again. You said it, bitch. Like I said, people do not like Shams. I get it, but that nigga has stood on this every time. I wish I had that tweet that had the thing where like Shams broke. Hey yo, Jimmy Butler sprained his MCL, and then Bernie or whatever the fuck that nigga name was, he was like, "This nigga's lying. He's a liar." 5 hours later, the Miami Heat come out. Yeah, he sprained his MCL. Look, man, look. Shit funny to me. Yeah. Shit funny to me. It just sounds like a nigga that just got upset that the shit got leaked.
For sure. 1000%.
That's all it is. That's all that is. And Shams, this is what you gonna have to go through. Niggas gonna test your gangster until they get over the Woj nostalgia. That nigga's not coming back.
Yeah.
All right. Give it up. This is your new report. That and Windhorse and anybody else. This is who's going to report for you, my nigga. So.
But real fast, out of all the teams, he said the Sun, or all the teams that were alleged, because apparently Sam's a liar. But it's the Suns, the Rockets, the Mavs, and the Warriors. What team do you think is the best fit for Jimmy?
The best fit?
Yeah.
The best fit depends on what you're giving up to get him, because this is a trade. But I'm gonna say I'm off the rip. I'm gonna let it be known. I don't think it'll be the Rockets. I don't think the Rockets. That doesn't really make sense for the timeline. He's an older dude. I think the Warriors makes a little bit more sense.
I think the Warriors are the best option.
I think the Warriors might be the best option. Phoenix wouldn't be crazy bad either, but nobody in Texas.
I don't think you can't do Phoenix. Phoenix. I don't think their cap situation is tenable.
Yeah, it's not
I don't even know if they can really make trades like that for real, unless they have to gut their already gutted roster. So
the Warriors really do need like another shot creator that is a proven shot creator and is on the same timeline as Steph. They're both in their mid or mid 30s. Yeah,
they're gonna have to give up Kuminga to get him though. So you
said that like that was crazy.
No, I'm just saying because the Warriors seem to really, really like Kuminga and this, that, and the third. But I mean, we gonna see. But maybe if Sam's a liar, we won't see. So you never know.
You never know. But yeah, there's truth. There's truth to even some bullshit. So
yeah. All right, now that's sort of a wrap on all our basketball topics because it was a lot to talk about. But now we got to get into this college football because the playoff last week we was talking about the playoffs. Nothing was set in stone, but now all of it is set in stone. And this, while I share my screen, is what the playoff bracket looks like. The number one, excuse me, I'm gonna go down and say like the seeds and everything. The number 1 seed is Oregon, number 2 is Georgia, 3 is Boise State, 4 is Arizona. The 5th ranked team is Texas. Number 6 is Penn State. Number 7, Notre Dame. 8 is Ohio State. 9 is Tennessee. 10 is Indiana. 11 is SMU. I'm really glad SMU got in. And 12 is Clemson. Now, the first round matchup is going to be 5 versus 12. Texas versus Clemson. Tennessee versus Ohio State. SMU versus Penn State. And Indiana versus Notre Dame. with these games, honestly, I could see like the way the schedule set up. I could see Texas getting to the national championship so much easy. I feel like.
I think it's interesting because how it's constructed, Oregon has a tough path.
Yeah,
the national championship, which is kind of crazy because in the hierarchy, I think
the number one seed normally has an easier path.
Yeah, I think one of the analysts, not Kurt Herbstreit, but there's somebody else that does college football. I think Joe Klatt. He was talking about this a while back, like the way y'all and the way they treated scheduling and how the committee has put this thing together. Like, if you're the number one seed, you're low key kind of fucking screwed. Like, this is almost made for, in hindsight, had Alabama actually got in. For Alabama to kind of coast through this kind of for a national championship. Like, this benefits the lower seeds more than it does the higher seeds, in my opinion, depending on how you play. But look, I don't know. I think Texas does have a good path. I wanted to give love and some shout out to SMU. People don't know much about the Pony Express and how historical that was, and how historical it is to overcome a death penalty. Like, you're just finally getting back to like these kind of
SMU. They started off that last game against Clemson. They started off rough, but they came back. They was finna win that game. Yeah. I think the Clemson kicker just hit a crazy field goal with like 2 seconds left. So, damn, but still, I'm glad SMU's in there. I just need Ashton Jeanty to. I want him to like have a couple crazy games. That's it.
Yeah, I want Jeanty to have a. I'm rooting for Boise. I'm rooting for Texas. Well, I'm not really rooting for Texas like that. If Arch was in there, I'd be rooting for Texas a lot harder. But SMU and Boise, I'm rooting for heavy.
I mean, they could probably have to play each other.
But like those two is what I'm rooting for. I could care less about anybody else, honestly.
I could see Georgia losing just off the strength of their quarterback, Carson Beck. He just suffered he got hurt. I don't know what he hurt. I think he hurt like a ligament in his throwing arm or something like that. So he's not going to be out there. And their backup quarterback wasn't even that good for real. And he also got
Carson Beck wasn't that good for real.
Exactly. So if you worse than Carson Beck, listen.
I don't think he worse than Carson. I don't even think he worse than Carson Beck. I just think Carson Beck just had the opportunity.
I think he worse. Yeah. But I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. None of them niggas is Stetson Bennett, but I get it.
What is Stetson Bennett doing? I don't know.
I think he was on a practice squad with somebody. He backing up somebody.
But anyways, that was the college football playoffs week. But now let's talk about this Heisman Award because the finalists have officially dropped. And like, we know they got Travis Hunter. We know they got Ashton Jeanty. But like, the finalists are Dylan Gabriel, who's a quarterback at Oregon, Oregon's number one team in the country. He has he has a record for most touchdowns in college football history. Travis Hunter, we already know about him. Ashton Jeanty, we already know about him. And Cam Ward, we don't really talk about Cam Ward that much, I don't think, but he's a real nigga. Honestly, that's it. That's all you gotta know about him. He's a real nigga.
I think he's like a Michael Penix variant of like real nigginess.
Yeah.
Like we said, we don't really talk much about him. Was his the school that always be coming back? Like, don't they be, or was that another school where like they be like down like 20 points?
Yes.
Winning. Yeah, he had a lot of games like that. That was like, oh, they out the water, and then they find a way to win. That's fire, That's the average black man in America always overcoming.
Think about
it. But as far as the finalists, I'm not mad that Cam Ward is in there, but I think Dylan Gabriel is a very overrated football player.
Let me look at it. Let's pull up. It got a little blur about the stats right here.
Oh, yeah.
But Dylan Gabriel, He said the record for quarterback career starts with 60 seconds. And that's impressive, but we have to make a note that one, he's replacing Bo Nix, who had that record previously. But
What does
if
that
you played it,
mean?
you said what?
What does that mean?
Just because I don't like Bo Nix, but
Doing good though.
if you've played enough college football games to have 62 starts, that means you've been in college a little too long, buddy. Just a little too long. So that's why I'm like, I don't see it with Dylan Gabriel. Like, yes, he has all these records. Yes, the number one team in the nation, undefeated, all that. But I don't see it. We know who the real Heisman finalists are. The people, which is Genty and Hunter. And out of these two, who'd you say you thought was gonna win it?
It's a win-win for me. I think Travis Hunter is going to end up winning it. Also, shout out to Travis Hunter. He just won AP College Player of the Year. I think he's going to win it. If Genty wins it, that's fine too. Like I said,
I want Genty to win it, but I think Hunter will end up winning.
Yeah, Hunter. Yeah, I think Hunter ends up winning it. They've been getting on this nigga ass because his girlfriend been spazzing out. But look,
I'll pray for that, brother.
Ain't got shit to do with me. Ain't got shit to do with me. Go live your life, brother. Honestly, I think Shedeur Sanders is a better quarterback than Dylan Gabriel. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he had a better year than Dylan Gabriel. But I guess if you're going off of wins, I'm just talking about like the stats that they keep talking about, like the touchdowns and stuff. I think he's had more touchdowns. He's threw for more yards. Like everything that they hype about Dylan Gabriel.
Normally, that does mean you had a better season, but I understand. I also understand what you're saying.
You said what?
Normally, when somebody has more touchdowns and more yards, that does mean they had a better season. But
no, I'm saying Shedeur had more touchdowns and had more yards.
Yeah,
they're hyping everything that they hype about Dylan Gabriel. It's like, okay, well, like Shedeur was better in all these stats, so fuck it. But I guess they talk about the win percentage and him being the number one team. I don't fucking know. But
I think
I don't know. I just think I'm looking at him in the lens of when I looked at him at UCF, and I can't get past that because I thought he was pretty mid at UCF, but everybody kept hyping him.
UCF. Then I think he went to OU for a little bit too.
He went to OU, but I didn't care about him at OU.
He wasn't good at OU, and then he went to Oregon.
But look, I don't know a quarterback that you like that came out of Oregon. If I'm being honest with you,
I like Marcus Mariota.
I didn't know that. You like him more. You like him more than you like Justin Herbert.
I'm indifferent toward Justin. Like I like coming out of college, I thought Mariota was going to be better than Justin Herbert. That's obviously not true, but I'm indifferent toward Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But I think this list this list is fine. I think they should have had that running back from Arizona State. His name's like Cam Scatibo or Scatibo. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but he's a white, but he be running that hoe. And he keeps having all these like 50-yard crazy touchdowns and blah blah blah. Even though he's not fast at all, he's just strong in everybody breaking tackles. I think he should have been up there. But like I said, the two people who really are who this award is really for is for Travis Hunter and Ashton Jennings, and we will see come Saturday who wins.
Absolutely, we'll look forward to it.
Yeah, but staying with college football one more time. The University of North Carolina has a new head coach. University has a new head coach. And that coach
University is nuts.
I mean, their coach is an old man because that coach is a 73-year-old.
That ain't Unc. That's Grandpa, nigga. That's Gramps. That's Gramps University, nigga.
Listen. Oh, and he's still 72. My fault. But their head coach is the 72-year-old Bill Belichick.
That's all they do is hire Gramps.
Yeah, they just hired Mac Brown. He used to be. He was like the old UNC coach. Then he went to Texas. Then they hired him again after he got fired. It's just like,
all right,
I don't get it. I don't. Especially because you got this old ass coach who, respectfully, you don't know how much longer he's going to be here. You don't know how much longer anybody's going to be here, but still, it's just like,
yeah, right.
I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this, but I know one thing that Belichick did during his negotiations. He agreed to become their coach, and he handed the school a 400-page organizational Bible with structure, payment plans, staffing choices, and decisions. And that's the only reason he accepted that offer. He was like, if UNC doesn't accept this, then I'm not taking that job. So, I mean, he's coming with a game plan. And I think there's like a succession plan for his son to be the head coach once he retires too, which, I mean, shout out to nepotism. But it's gonna be interesting to see Bill Belichick be a college football head coach. I didn't think that was something he would ever do.
You think he did like a similar game plan with his 24-year-old girlfriend?
So his son could take over when he retires?
Not even that, but just like, have like a 400-page just stack of a game plan.
See,
of what this is.
In the past, I would have made a joke about this. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
You're not gonna do it?
I'm not gonna do it.
Even if I peer pressure you, you're not gonna do it?
No, I'm gonna be a better person. But
damn,
I mean, shoot, that's a different 24 dating a 72-year-old. That's a different type of person. Like you gotta have some fortitude, like to do that. You have to be committed. So I don't know.
Yes, she is. Yeah, it's a real head scratcher, especially since he's 14 wins away from passing up Don Shula.
I don't think he was gonna get.
You don't think he was gonna get 14 wins?
Like, I mean, he could have, but
yes, he could.
I don't think nobody was gonna give him that opportunity to be a head coach again in the NFL.
You don't think so?
No, I really don't.
Because
like people talk about Dallas was gonna do it, but Jerry Jones wants to be the dude in charge. So I don't think he'd do that. I think
there would have been a dumb enough head organization to do it. You telling me you think Chicago's too high?
Chicago wouldn't do that. No, they want to get them a young head coach that can work with Caleb. So I don't think they would do that.
I didn't think they was gonna keep Matt Eberflus for as long as they did. So I'm not.
You raised some good points. You raised good points.
Talking about competency of organization. I think there are incompetent organizations that would have did it.
Yeah, you raised good points. I cannot lie to you about that. You raised very good points.
But before we get off of the Bill Belichick thing, I did want to show you what North Carolina did to bring in Mr. Bill Belichick. You know what I mean? Give him a well warm. You know how do we do this? How do we introduce Bill Belichick? We do it in a new age style, man.
Okay, shh, here he comes. Hiya, Mr. Belichick.
Who the heck are you? What do you want?
We are Carolina football.
Yeah. This is when you start using your edits for good and not evil.
Alright, this way. Alright. I heard capping and ain't right. That's not bad. I'm really about to drill, about to lash. I get on that.
I hate this. Is this him walking?
Glad they got my
that nigga ignored the hands too.
It couldn't really in this when he like had the tape in his hand, or he like throwing a flag, or like throwing the challenge flag or whatever. But no, it's just him walking.
Yo, they have him pulling out the red challenge flag, but not throwing it. But it's just I was like, all right, okay. And then I saw one of the there was like a North Carolina offensive tackle, offensive lineman that had put his name in the transfer portal, I guess like 3 or 4 weeks ago or a month ago.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
And then like yesterday he was like, I decided to rescind.
I'll be removing my name from the transfer portal. Never mind, guys.
Like it's like I ain't know y'all had it in them. I ain't know y'all was finna do this. My fault. Y'all got a bill? My fault. I got you.
Real fast before we move off college football. I know we've been on it for a while, but this completely slipped my mind, but I remembered it now. I have to just get your quick reaction on this new law they're trying to pass by Ohio State Representative Josh Williams, introducing the OHIO Sportsmanship Act on Tuesday, which would make it a felony offense to plant a flag in the center of Ohio Stadium.
Hey, you told me it wasn't shit. Like, I told you they was gonna try to do something, nigga.
Be so for real. A felony? Be for real, bro. Don't piss me off, bro.
They're just trying to find more excuses to put black men in prison. That's all they're trying to do. They're just trying to find more excuses.
They dropped like the body cam footage of the police officers that was out at that at the Michigan, Ohio. I don't know why. Like the team's right there, but the officers that were at the Michigan Ohio State game, and like they dropped the body cam, but they had like some officer had this taser to somebody back, and he was like, "If you move, you're getting tased." It was just like crazy talk. And they showed them getting pepper sprayed, all this. I'm just like, is it really that serious? Like, yes, I understand these are large human beings, they're athletes, they're fighting and all that, but I think they got some better sense. Like, ain't no real violence finna happen on it during a football fight.
What do you see? What do you think real violence is? Because in my
opinion, they all got on pads. I'm talking about like stuff that will draw blood and this, that, and third.
In my opinion, this is just me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Myles Garrett had that helmet and hit off. That felt like real violence to me.
That was real violence, but that's sort of like that's like a one-off thing. A lot of times it's just you see these players, they push each other or like they score up with their helmets on. Like if somebody hit you with their helmet, and if somebody punched you in the face, you got a helmet on, like boom, yes, you just got stuck, but you also got a helmet, so it's not no real violence for real. So it wasn't nobody doing nothing crazy like that. Take the helmet off and hit nobody with it. So I don't know.
You right? Hey, you right?
I do know that this is stupid. What's his name? Josh Williams, you an idiot, bro.
A felony is crazy.
Felony is insane.
But I knew there was just too many fights that happened. I was like, they're gonna try to throw something in there. Just they just to check, just to do a little heat check, just to see what they can get away with. It's not gonna work, but that's crazy.
Yeah. But that's the last of our college football. We really only got one NFL topic, and I just want to, Greg, can you play the round of applause sound? I need you to play it for you. I need you to take a bow, because one thing you always tell me, like, we never wrong, we just early. And I think it's finally that time of the season where the Philadelphia Eagles is falling apart. And like last week you were talking about the coach, and I was like, man, Sirianni got them playing good and blah blah blah. And you were just like, hold on. We're not wrong, we're just early. Now recently, Brandon Graham, Philadelphia Eagles pass rusher, he's been there for like his entire career. He probably won't make the Hall of Fame, but he's one of them ones for real. He's out for the season now. And he went on was it his podcast? I don't know. But he was talking about the Eagles. I don't know. But the Eagles, they have been winning, but their offense ain't really been doing that well. And it looks like AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts had some beef or whatever, but we ain't know nothing about it until Brandon Graham opened his mouth. And I'm gonna just let him say it better than me, So this is Brandon Graham at a sports radio show. That's what he's doing.
Okay.
And this is what he had to say.
The person that's complaining need to be accountable. And I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he know this. I don't know the whole story, but I know that one is trying.
One in this story is Jalen Hurts. He's number one. He's also going to say 11. 11 is AJ Brown. So 1 is Jalen Hurts. 11 is AJ Brown. So,
and I mean, 11 could be a little better with how he responds to things. And they was friends before this. It's like, man, but things have changed, and I understand that because life happens. But it's the business side that we have to make sure that we don't let the personal get in the way of the business, and that's what we got to do better as right now, because we know it's an issue. Everybody's seeing some things, but we need to be able to talk things out as men. You know what I'm saying? But we need to let personal stuff go and let's get right for this game, because man, it's like a lot of stuff. Most of the time, it's just a conversation that just need to be had. But the person with the problem gotta want to talk to the person other than others. Okay. That's all.
You gotta want to talk to the person other than others. There's really a message in that when you think about it.
Oh, for real. That's real. Like he not saying nothing. He ain't saying no bullshit.
Yeah, that's a real. Yeah, you gotta be willing to talk to somebody if you really want to solve the problem.
Absolutely.
But hopefully they don't solve the problem. Hopefully the Eagles fall apart. Because we're never wrong. We're just early. It looks like AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts, for some reason, we do not know. Apparently, like, because they was, I think, actual like best friends. I think like Jalen Hurts is like his daughter. I think Hurts is AJ Brown's like his daughter's godfather or something like that. Like they're like really, really close. And like I know Jalen Hurts, he like fought for AJ Brown to get traded to the Eagles and all that. So like they're really close, but apparently they're not friends no more, and it's having an effect on the field. And you know, AJ Brown, he came out, I think it was like yesterday or whatever, and he was doing like a whole locker room scrum, and they asked him about it, and he was like, "Ah, man, it's not nothing for real." Because that's, of course, that's what you're supposed to say. I don't know if it is anything for real, but you know, this could either A, be the downfall of the Eagles, or B, last time AJ Brown complained about Jalen Hurts not getting him the ball. The next game he caught like 14 passes for 228 yards and like 3 touchdowns or something like that. So this could either be like the end or the beginning. I don't know.
They have an easy enough schedule for this to be the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm praying it's for it. That's all I'm saying. And like I said, bro, we not wrong. We just early. That's been the basis of a lot of things we see on this podcast. Plenty of things that we've said. It's like, oh, okay, like y'all were wrong. No, we weren't. When it comes to the Bo Nick stuff, he's having a good year. You know, he's starting to obtain games.
He will. Don't worry. He will regret.
Jack's ain't wrong. He's just a little early. He's just a little early. That's okay. That's okay. We're not here for instant gratification. Y'all gonna always come back. Like, damn, they really was really on to something. Really on to something.
I'll let y'all know.
We go back to the Bengals. Look, just early. Just early. After that Patriots loss, I was like, yo, look, they're not doing it this year. Oh, Greg, you tripped. Now look at it.
Just early.
Early. But yeah, like I said, I don't have too much to say about it. Like I said, if it wasn't for Saquon Barkley, we would be having uncomfortable conversations a long time ago about this team.
Saquon going crazy.
Saquon
like, I don't know if he's gonna win. No, they want Josh Allen's gonna win the MVP because they want to give it to Josh Allen. But Saquon got him a case for sure.
I feel like Lamar played better than Josh Allen, in my opinion.
I mean, he has, but Josh Allen, his last like few primetime games, he's went crazy, and they want to give it to Josh Allen, so they're gonna give it to Josh Allen.
I guess. I get it though. I get it. I'm not
like he having a great season, so I mean I can't hate on it. But.
I mean Joe Burrow's having a great season by statistics, but you look at that fucking record, it looks fucking horrible. So exactly. I get it.
But that's really all our topics for now. But let's go ahead and get into some NFL picks.
I'm glad we're here. We are approaching week 15?
Yeah, week 15.
And we're finally recording before Thursday night game happens.
Yeah.
49ers versus the Rams. Not gonna lie to you. Couldn't tell you who the fuck I got. I couldn't tell you. Maybe I guess I'll pick the Rams because I ain't like how Deebo Samuel was talking about. I ain't been struggling. Did you see that?
Yeah, he was like, I ain't been struggling. I just ain't get the ball. And the community up to like he The second most touches on the 49ers. Like, damn.
If you get community notes, that's crazy. That's insane. But I think I have the Rams just off of pure dislike of Deebo Samuel saying what he said. I didn't like that.
I'll go ahead. I'll take the 49ers just because, like I said, this game is toss up. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna go 49ers just to be different from you.
Very true. Sunday night, Packers versus the Seahawks. Low key, Seahawks is having a quietly good season, 8-5. Same as the Packers. The people haven't been talking about the Packers. They had like nice momentum, but then Jordan Love got injured that game. I think like the opening game in Brazil or whatever. One of them games. And people haven't been talking about the Packers like that in a minute. I don't know who's going to win this game. I'm going to pick Eugene.
All right.
I'm going to pick Eugene and go to Seahawks, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers won.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the Packers in this game, so I'll go with them. And then that was the prime time. We got 2 Monday night games.
We haven't had that in a minute.
Yeah, need to stop. But the first Monday night game will be the Bears at the Vikings. I'm gonna go ahead and just take the Vikings because despite Sam Darnold's best efforts, the Vikings keep winning. So I'm gonna take the Vikings.
And I'm going to pick comeback player of the year, Sam Darnold, as well. We'll give it to the Vikings.
Yeah, and then that next Monday night matchup is even when everybody was healthy, I have no idea why this is on the schedule, but it's going to be the Falcons at the Raiders.
No. Yes. Yes. I need this game. You don't need this game. You don't care about this game, but I care about this fucking game to my fucking core. Not gonna lie to you. If the Raiders are able to do the funniest thing in the world, because you know who's starting, right?
Yeah, it's Desmond Ridder.
Absolutely. If Desmond can dot these niggas up, there's not nobody in Atlanta that's going to sit here and say, nah, we got to keep it with Kirk Cousins. If you let your backup, if you let your old work fuck you up, you got to put Michael Penix in. If they lose to Desmond Ridder, Michael Penix has to come in at some point this season. You can't write it out with Kirk. If Kirk turns the ball over more than twice and you get put 30 on, there will be a riot in ATL. There will be a riot in ATL because Brock Bowers is having an amazing. He's a good tight end. I really like Brock Bowers as a tight end. They got a nice. I think Jacoby Myers still there?
Yeah.
Good. I think he's a solid wide receiver as well. They got a couple enough weapons. They are good enough to beat this Falcons team, even though that record looks very shitty. I have the Raiders. The Raiders are winning this game.
I have I'm gonna go ahead and take the Falcons because
put your faith in that white man. Go ahead. Put your faith in that white man. It's cool. Go ahead.
Okay. But those are our primetime picks. But now let's get into our locks and our upset. So for my lock of the week, give me the Ravens over the Giants.
This nigga pussy.
I'm never gonna pick the Giants. You talking about a lock?
Nah, it's a lock.
Exactly. What are you talking about?
You pussy. All right, don't worry about it. I'll pick it as my lock. Fuck you. I don't care.
What is your lock?
My lock is the Carolina Panthers is finna beat the Cowboys, nigga.
Oh.
That's my lock. This is the
I don't even be looking at Cowboys games. So
Nah, man. I believe in Bryce Young. He gonna win this one.
Bryce Young, he's been so he should have won. They should be on a 2-game win streak because they shouldn't have lost to the Bucks, but Chuba Hubbard fumbled. They were going to beat the Eagles, then Xavier Legette he dropped a wide open touchdown pass, and they lost that game. So damn.
I believe Bryce Young gets it done. That is my lock. And I haven't seen the Panthers as favorites in anything in a very long time. I'm taking it.
It's crazy. But what do you have for your upset of the week?
My upset. You're gonna call me unserious when I say it. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. I'm picking my guy, Jameis Winston. Browns over Chiefs.
That's not unserious because the Chiefs should have been lost. He should have lost like 4 games this season, but they keep winning. So I don't know if like Patrick Mahomes has that evil black magic. Jameis has that.
He has God,
anointed and highly favored magic. So we'll see.
I believe in a higher source. I believe in a higher source when it comes to the Kansas City Chiefs. So I'm picking the Browns.
If there is one team that could do it, I can see Jameis Winston just doing it because he just because he's Jameis, bro.
It's Jameis. Let that nigga let them have a little interview for him, a little pregame. Oh, it's raps. It's raps. Okay? I'll be watching that shit intently.
And then my upset, give me the Colts over the Broncos because I no matter what, I do not think the Broncos are good. Give me the Colts over the Broncos.
Yeah, you don't even be fucking with AR-15 like that.
I just don't like people just crowned him so quickly. Like let him get good first. He's not good yet. But let him get good first.
Right. That's what's up.
But now it's about that time, Greg. All right, it's time for hot takes. And my hot take, I understand that we like all this player movement in college football and in college sports. Coaches get to leave whenever they want, so we should be able to leave. I think my hot take is that you should either have to stay a full calendar year or get a limited amount of transfers. Is that your hot take? All right, let's just both have it.
Keep yours. Have another one. Okay.
Let's just both have it and expound on it.
I agree wholeheartedly. I wholeheartedly agree with you. Oh my god.
They're announcing these players as their transfers, but they're saying, "Oh, such and such agreed to a deal to stay with whoever school, such and such agreed." Or like it was one player from Florida, outside linebacker. I can't remember his name, but he got in the transfer portal because he approached Florida because he was already on the team. He was like, "I'll stay if you give me," I think it was like $54,000 a month or something like that. Or that's what the math ended up breaking down to, like $50,000 a month, guaranteed playing times. You can't change my position. You got to do this, that, and the third. He was like, "I'll stay at Florida if y'all do that." And they was just like, "You can go ahead and get on out of here." Like, this is mess. Like, you should have to, like, I think you should only, like, stay that full calendar year. So, like, if you get there in September and you want to transfer, cool. But you got to wait till that next September. Either that or you only get, like, 2 transfers. Because one's a little too, one might not be enough because, like, say you get hurt or something. And you try to transfer, or like you transfer, you get hurt and sort of messes up the value. So like two, I think 2 is fine. But anything other than that is crazy because you got these players who are trying to play for 8 years. They've been at 5 schools, like Dylan Gabriel, like Bo Nix, doing all this crazy stuff. Like, no, bro. You should only get, if you get anything, only 2. Yeah, and you should get 2 transfers and have to stay a full calendar year. That's it. You just combine both of them. That's how it should be in college football because it's getting too much now.
So you're saying two transfers total?
Yeah. Yes.
Immediate play?
Huh?
Like playing immediately?
You play if you're good.
No, but like you remember the
yeah.
Sit out.
Yeah, you don't have to sit out. Just
for me, I felt like 2 transfers.
Mm-hmm.
First one, no boundaries.
Okay.
Second one, you have to sit out that 1 year. You have to sit out. It's mandatory. You have to sit that 1 year and then play X, Y, and Z.
Or 1 transfer, no boundaries. You can only do that second transfer if it's like a grad transfer. Well, I guess that's sort of how it always been, low key.
I mean, it's always
okay, yeah, that's sort of how it always been.
But like, if you're going to transfer that second time, understand that you're doing that. I think even if they love NIL so much, I feel like NIL contracts should be calendar year. You know what I mean?
Like, there probably are some that are like that, but like, we don't know because we're not inside of that, and there's no regulations on these contracts.
That's very true. Yeah,
you can write these contracts however you want.
That's very true.
There's no regulations at all, which is a problem.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
I agree with that so hard. As soon as you said what you said, I was like, fuck. Because I was debating on which one I was going to say. I was like, okay, well, you just solidify which one I'm going to use. But I agree because it piggybacks off of my bowl game stuff that I was doing the week prior to.
It's getting too crazy though.
It's been rubbing me the wrong way. Such and such has agreed to a. I'm like, agreed.
What happened to the game I love? Agreed.
And it's a multi-million-dollar number next to it.
Like, this nigga talking about, you have to play me. Like, you play if you're good. Like, it's getting crazy.
It's getting insane. Yuck. This is the game we love, I guess. The new game we love. All right. Before I say my hot take, I do have to preface that I am a bigger basketball fan than I am a football fan. So to keep me engaged in football, I like to make NFL I like to make NFL comparisons to NBA teams and vice versa. Prime example, I believe that I said I wasn't going to talk about the Rockets, but this is the only example I have. The Houston Rockets to me is the NFL equivalent to the Washington Commanders. Hot start. We're not ready to be taken seriously just yet. They're probably a couple pieces away. It's a young team.
I guess.
That's what it is.
Smart. I said, I guess, but continue with your hot take.
Absolutely. Yeah. And they'll probably lose some more games in January, but that's besides the point. But my hot take is that I have found the NBA equivalent or the NFL equivalent to what the Minnesota Timberwolves are. And that is the Tennessee Titans. They are the equivalent aura-wise the Tennessee Titans. Everybody looks washed when they put them fucking jerseys. You are not your best self when you are in a Timberwolves jersey. And people will be like, what about Anthony Edwards? Yeah, and what about Derrick Henry, nigga? There's people that are anomalies, my nigga. That's fine. And look how niggas be looking when they leave. When they leave certain situations, they look better. When I look at Karl Anthony Towns, I look at AJ Brown. You feel me? I look at those things. I look at people that come into the situation when they get traded there. DeAndre Hopkins didn't look his best. And I'm not comparing him to Julius Randle because I would never do such a thing.
Please.
But nobody looks good when they wear shit like that. I'm just saying. Everybody seems like they succeed when they leave this motherfucker. Even if you want to go back to KG. KG had a great time. Won his championship somewhere else. And immediate. So, that is my NBA equivalent.
I think the thing with that though, like I do agree, but I think they have good jerseys. They just don't use they have shit in their arsenal. Typical like home jerseys and away jerseys, like their normal jerseys suck, but they have like all the other variant jerseys. I think those are good.
Just like Tennessee. Tennessee owns the Oilers gear, and I think the Oilers should be looking fly. So
yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
Tennessee has shit in their arsenal, they just don't use it. Their regular jerseys suck.
Yeah.
And they look wrong.
You're right. You got it. That
yeah. So shout out to them. Shout out to all parties involved. And it was embraced because of Karl Anthony Towns. So I looked at Karl Anthony Towns and everybody's like, man, he's looking different. He's looking different. He talking different. No, he isn't. I'm gonna be honest with you. This has been the exact same Karl Anthony Towns. He's been doing the same thing. You know how the nigga talks because everybody talks about how his high-pitched voice is. So you know how he talks. He's on podcasts all the time. He's dropped 60 points twice in that uniform. Nobody gave a fuck. Yeah. All of a sudden, he moving different. No, he's not. It was just the Timberwolves. Everybody looks washed in that gear. That's my hot take.
I like that hot take.
I mean, does that wrap everything up?
Yeah, that's everything, though. That's everything.
Jax, any last words?
Hey, man. Year finna be over. It's crazy. But you want to change your life? Year's finna be over, bro. Do some life-changing shit before the year's over if you're really trying to change your life. That's all I got to say.
In 2025 is about to be here, like very soon. If I ever offended you, change, do some work so I don't have to offend you again.
That's real.
That's all. Like, subscribe, comment. I'm about to drop a couple reels and TikToks and whatnot. Make sure y'all continue to support the pod. And without further ado, we'll see y'all next week. Happy holidays. 'Tis the season.